Welcome to Interesting Enough. He is Trey. I am Nolan. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again. This is your first time listening to the podcast. Thank you. Trey, man, we got a lot to get into. We got a special draft and we got our special guest. But Trey, how are you feeling? I know we got to update everyone. You're still in Seattle and you told us about some stuff in Seattle that we're not going to talk about. But what's going on, man?
Oh, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to be here. You know, we got a special guest here, so I'm just ready to go ahead and get started, man.
There it is, man. So we got both of our recurring guests back. We haven't had all four of us in a while, so, you know, we've been missing JP. He's been gone. We haven't got a lot of updates. We haven't had him since, I think, the NBA playoffs, so I'm glad to have you back, JP, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back, man. Let's get to it, bro.
I like it. All business. And then, of course...
Hey.
You know we got to bring Jesse back. We almost did this without Jesse, but we got to have him on for obvious reasons. So Jesse, man, how you feeling?
I'm ready to, talk about some interesting things. I'm excited.
Yes, sir, man. Let's get into it. So we got the draft. I'll describe the draft, what's going on a little bit later. But Trey, you wanted to bring up your boy Draymond. So go ahead, man. Just go and get to it.
Yeah, so there's my boy Draymond Green. But I know he be tripping. And this past week, he was on the Patrick Beverly podcast, and he was discussing some of the issues that the Golden State Warriors experienced in his past season. And when discussing these issues, he brought up the Jordan Poole incident. And for all those who don't know, that's when he punched Jordan Poole in a practice, and that video was leaked out to the media and became public. And it pretty much ended any kind of title hopes that they had last year. And then bringing that up, Jordan Poole's dad got involved when Draymond had his comments on the podcast and they became public. Jordan Poole's dad pretty much attacked Draymond Green, said he was lying about reaching out to the family, amongst some other things.
No. Hold on.
I had to leave it PG, but you go ahead and describe it.
His dad basically said you could come meet me anytime, anywhere. That's what he said. Don't leave that part out. His dad said you can run it whenever. That's what he said. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much what he said.
That's actually exactly what he said for sure. Like, not even beating around the bush. Bro said it's whatever.
I was trying to be nice about it, but yes, that's what he said. And this has got me to be thinking, like, how do you guys feel about Draymond Green bringing this up again? Because, again, like I said, he wasn't even directly asked about this incident, and it kind of seems like he's the one that keeps bringing it up. And obviously, you're not able to really move on when somebody keeps bringing it up. I just wanted to see how you guys felt about it. So I guess I'll swing it to JP. How do you feel about it?
I didn't like that he had brought it back up, to be honest. I get he was on someone else's podcast and the conversation kind of tipped it that way, but he just really was like, it felt like he took his opportunity. He was like, yeah, I had to slap Jordan. And I'm like, why? This is almost a year past it. It was gonna come back once training camp started. Everybody would have been like, remember he slapped his teammate last year? Something else would have happened.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that move. Even though I get it, he was on the podcast. He's trying to get some viewership. I don't know what was his motivation behind it.
I mean, I feel like Dre just be talking, but Jesse, I know you probably got some thoughts on it.
My thought is this: imagine that you got this little light-skinned man talking crazy. You know that you know first off you've been waiting to hit this man, and you finally get the opportunity to, and then someone leaked this out, and then you got to be friends for a whole year, and he finally leaves the team. You know he been waiting to say something about this boy. You know he been waiting. He been waiting. We ain't talking about anybody. We talking about Draymond. He been waiting. And he been waiting for the perfect time. So like honestly, when you an a-hole and you just do stuff like this, like it was perfect timing. Like he finally off my team. I've been waiting to talk about this man. He just let it off his chest one final time. Did I like it? No, I didn't really care to like it, but I mean, I understand that, again, it's Draymond we talking about, and he clearly don't like Jordan Poole, so it is what it is.
So you think he just waited to get off of his podcast and do it on somebody else's stuff and be like, yeah, let me talk about this now.
Yeah, I don't know about all that part, but this man been waiting for this moment. He been waiting.
But I agree with that too, because JP, to be fair, he can't really just go on his podcast now and just bring it up. Like he got to kind of be asked about it to then like get the little window to like say something. And like Jesse said, he obviously been waiting on this. just the same way he been waiting on the Andrew Nicholson comment or whatever. Like he been waiting to say some of these things. Like bro, like
I forgot about that. Yeah, bring that one up, Nolan.
Yeah, like bruh's legit. Like people probably saw, and this is in the, I think this was Paul George's podcast. He basically, you know, a lot of guys have a chip on their shoulder when they were drafted late, and they remember the guys who was above, like, you know, drafted before them and stuff like that. No, Draymond doesn't just remember. Like he's specifically calling out this guy Andrew Nicholson by name, basically calling the man ugly. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. All that other stuff he said, translation, he just called the man ugly. That's basically what he said. He said he looked goofy, and he said he can't hoop. And like he been waiting on this. I'm like, if I know Andrew Nicholson responded and he was kind of like polite about it, but like if I was him, I'd be like, why am I even like involved in any of this stuff? Like even if you did feel this way, like why did you even have to say it? But that's kind of like just Draymond's MO. First of all, it's kind of fine for us. He gives us something to talk about. It's the middle of the summer. No basketball's going on. Hell, we don't know when Dame Lillard's going to get traded. So we need something to talk about. So he gives us something to talk about. And I'd rather talk about Draymond talking about this than Karl Anthony Towns talking about how Minnesota changed the world. So that's me.
We need to talk about Karl Anthony Towns' real voice. That's what we need to talk about.
Bro, I still think that's fake. I can't believe that.
Hey, man. Look, I gave Karl Anthony Towns a lot of flack. I'm gonna leave his voice alone specifically, but like, I can't even save him when he talk about Minnesota done changed the game and he done changed the game. Like, I can't even save him, bro. Like, he just kind of gonna do what he wants at this point. It's really whatever. But Draymond gave us something to talk about, so I'm fine with that. Draymond's always gonna give us something to talk about. The only question is, are they gonna win another ring? Like that's really all it comes down to. Because like when Draymond retires. Like, actually, the best thing Draymond did, and I think about it, is we should have never even talked about this. He was going to re-sign with the Warriors all along. If he goes and sign with a bunch of money somewhere else, that's not the Lakers, because, you know, he would want to play with his boy LeBron. So if it's something else, like, he probably wouldn't even be really relevant for real. So, like, he going to basically just ride this until the wheels fall off. So, because once he retires, like, we really not going to care about what Draymond got to say. So, you know, that's just basically what it is. But anyway, let's get into the draft, man. We talk about Draymond another time. We got a draft for everybody. We figured the best way to do it was do it when we have all four of us on at the same time. Obviously, we're primarily an NBA podcast. So what we're going to do is we're going to draft the best NBA moments that you wish you were there for. So it can be any NBA moment. The ground rules are as follows. It can be any NBA moment. We've included international moments, so it can be Team USA, whatever the case. And it's an event that you wish you were there live. It also doesn't have to be exclusive to just a basketball game, just to broaden your horizons. People that's listening to me can kind of figure out where I'm kind of going with that. So best NBA moments you wish you were there for live. We're going to do a draft. I got the order.
How many rounds is this draft?
All right, so it's four of us. I think we should do four.
Okay.
I think that give us enough because we're probably going to have some overlap. So I figure we do 4 picks, maybe 3 if we run out of time, but we'll do 4 picks. I got the order. JP will go first because JP hasn't been on in a while. So we'll go first. Jesse will go second. Trey, I'll give you the option. You want to be third or last? Because we'll do a snake draft. So the last pick will get, you know.
I'll do last, but we're doing all. Yeah, it could be college basketball included, right?
No, man, you always want to do no
NBA.
Basketball.
You know, I would be the college basketball person though. I ain't gonna lie. But
all right, that's gonna be next week then. Hold on. We'll eliminate anything Syracuse for Jesse. But no, we're not doing no college basketball. We're not doing no college basketball just so you can take that lame Villanova moment for the championship out the way. Like, we're not doing
that live.
So just NBA. just NBA. Just keep it at. We could do a college one the other time and then nobody will listen to it. So, yeah, we're just going to do just NBA. So, all right, JP, you're up first. You got the number 1 pick. So, you know, think wisely. You may want to take what anybody else will think of. So, number 1 pick, NBA moment you wish you were there for live.
Wilt's 100-point game, because I need that footage, and I don't see how it's never been leaked yet. I need that.
Yeah,
I like that pick. So what's the reason that you would want to be there? Just because you don't have anything for YouTube, like, to see it kind of thing? Or or is it just, so is it more of that, or is it just more of like the feat of scoring 100 points, or both? I mean, I guess.
Because at this point, did he really do? Oh, yeah, you got the box score. Yeah, you got the picture with the 100 on it. And it's an old time thing because it would probably been in black and white. But come on, man. I need the video footage so I can be like, all right, let me see how he did it. All right, let me pace myself. All right, I get 25 this quarter. I do another 25 here.
You're going to be seeing a bunch of free throws.
Bro, like, I got to see it. Bro. Like, how did he pace this out?
So the question people always bring up is like the legitimacy of it. Would it be less legitimate for you if you saw it and then it was like, and any of y'all can chime in, whatever. Like if you saw it and it was like he just got it off of a bunch of like, you know, going against a bunch of milkmen, just dunking the ball and like easy stuff. Like, does it change it for y'all, or is it just like you scored 100 points? Because like that's the thing I usually think about.
If it was like how LaMelo did when he did 92 in high school, yeah, it would change it for me for real. But I just wanted to see it.
I like that pick. All right, I like that pick. I mean, Trey, I know the Wilt thing wasn't on your list. I know you don't care about the black and white footages, so I know that wasn't on your list.
Not at all. Hold on, but I thought I'm last.
You said you had him last?
No, I thought I'm going last.
No, you're going last. I was just saying your thoughts.
Okay.
But yeah, you're going last. All right, so I got JP number 1 pick. He's got Wilt 100-point game. Jesse, you up next. What you got?
Boy, I was here watching this. I was like fourth grade, watched it live. One of my favorite basketball moments, the Malice at the Palace, baby.
Oh, that was on my list, man. I thought I was gonna grab that. Okay.
That's a good one. I want to see somebody get
rocked. You
will
want to be there for your first pick, man. You always want to see somebody fight, man. Go ahead, man. So
these are my favorites.
So what's the role here? Like, did you want to be courtside? Because you know you might have had to catch a hand from Ben.
Boy, I want to be on the opposite end of that court. I'm on the opposite end so I can see it all happen and not be trying to run away from Ron Artest. Because, bro, just imagine how it started. The dude was talking about somebody's wife. Somebody throws something. The dude goes into the stands, and before you know it, you got crazy Ron Artest. We're not talking about Meta World people. We got Ron Artest, boy, in this prime, running up on you. Oh my goodness, throwing haymakers. And I wish he ain't slipped on the court for that one, boy, because if he ain't slipped, he would have dropped, buddy. Cold.
You talking about Jermaine O'Neal? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, would have been out of there. So you want to be on the opposite side of the court? Or you want to be safe in a press box somewhere?
Nah, but I want court side, opposite end of the court. I want to see. I'm trying to be one of them people that walk on the court by mistake just because I get a little closer.
Yeah, that's gonna be you.
Yeah. All right, well, you walk on that court if you want to. Yeah, the way that night was rolling. That's a good.
They wouldn't been worried about me.
I don't think they was worried about the other dude either, but he still got hit. So, but now that's a good pick though. I mean, that's a huge NBA moment, and obviously it changed a lot with the suspensions and stuff like that, and obviously all those guys' reputations. So it's a moment that we never forget. And I'm like you, I remember it too, like on TV, seeing it, and it was just like,
yeah, man, that was crazy.
Even as a kid, I was like, I feel like this ain't really normal. Like, what's happening right now? like I feel like this ain't really supposed to happen. So like, yeah, the NBA reputation kind of took a hit from that, but I like that pick a lot. Man, that was on my list. Ooh, that's tough. All right, so Trey, you said you want to go last for sure, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
All right, so I got a couple options I kind of want to go with here, but I'm gonna take. I'm thinking about. All right, so I'm gonna take this one just because I feel like it's gonna get taken. I'm gonna take Game 7, 2016, Cavs Warriors. I got to see LeBron block, and I know that's like anti because it's me and like LeBron.
Oh my god, but you took it from me. I should have put it in.
I wanted to wait till next round to get it, but somebody's gonna take it, so I was like, I'm gonna just take that one. First of all, I know Trey was probably gonna take it if I didn't take it. Trey was probably gonna take this, so I'm gonna take that one just because it's iconic. Down 3-1, and I think if y'all remember, the Game 7 actually wasn't really a great game, like just on a basketball perspective. Like it was like honestly a struggle to score and stuff like that. But I think just the sheer like last half of the fourth quarter alone with the big shots and the Kyrie shot, the LeBron block, I think just like alone it would have been there to see that. Although I do think about like, y'all ever think about if you were in an event live, like you don't get to hear like the Mike Breen say like bang, or you don't get to hear the actual call, like you just in the game. So I guess I had to be like courtside, but I just think just because of that moment, and like I don't know if I would have to. Well, I don't know if I'd have been able to hear LeBron be like, Cleveland, this is for you and all that, but I just think the shock of it all that actually happened, I think I would want to be there for that. So I'm gonna go game 7, 2016. Cavs Warriors. Trey, what did Draymond score? Like 35 in that game or something like that?
I think like 36. I think he hit like 7 threes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I mean, like it was just a crazy game, a weird game to begin with all that. So yeah, all right, that's the pick I'm gonna go with. I know that was probably on some of y'all list. So Trey, did I take that one from you, or you wasn't gonna pick that one?
It wasn't gonna be my first pick. I mean, it was on my list, but it wasn't my first pick.
Okay.
My first pick is actually a regular season game, and I remember to this day, me and JP were talking about it as the game went on because I remember we were texting. I don't know if you remember this game, but it's when Curry hit 12 threes when he was in Oklahoma City and he hit a game winner from like half court.
Yes.
That was the greatest regular season game I have ever seen.
Just the whole game, or because of that moment?
No. I'm talking about like just the whole game. That helps it, but like it was a good game. You had Durant, Westbrook, and Serge Ibaka on one side, and you have prime Curry, Clay, and prime Draymond on another side. And then he hit 12 threes. I mean, this is when Curry was first blowing up, so we weren't really used to him like doing this yet.
I think he was already MVP at that point.
Or he was, but he was still.
I think he was the MVP that year.
That year,
he was the MVP that year. But that's what I'm saying. He was blowing up. He wasn't cemented. Like if we saw him do that today, it'd just be like, yeah, okay, cool.
I like that. I like that pick. I don't know if you should have did that. Well, you do got back-to-back picks, so I guess I've been like, all right, I don't know if that's the number one moment you would think of. I mean,
dude, that might be like the best. That might be the best basketball game I've just ever seen. Like just all around.
So you just want to be there just to see it in person? Okay, I can see that.
Correct. Yeah,
I can see that. Okay, all right. I mean,
hey, what game was it?
The Steph OKC game when
he had like 12 threes and he had a half court shot to win the game.
Yeah.
Did we watch that?
I don't know if
I think we did because I think I was with somebody. I think we did.
I feel like I seen that with you, Trey.
You did because I thought I was with people because we were texting. Yeah, I think we did watch that. You're correct.
All right, that's a good pick. That's a good first. All right, so you got back-to-back. So
yeah,
you got the luxury of that. So this is a big pick because you got like 4 selections, so you got to make this one good.
Oh no, this one is good. LeBron versus Detroit, 2007. He scores the last 27.
That's a good one. That was on my list too. The 25 straight points. Yeah.
Yo, 25 straight points. Yeah, like that's just a single hand domination game. Like I think he had like 47 throughout like the whole game and went to overtime. Like that game kind of marked his rise as possibly the best player in basketball. I mean, it was still up for debate. You know, you had Kobe, you had Wade, but that kind of really cemented his rise right there. And then it was just one of the best playoff games, you know, we've ever seen, I think.
Right. And he's like year 4. So it's like it was still early. Like how everybody be talking about Luka and them and Jason Tatum and them. Like this was young LeBron.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That was on my list too. I think that was probably on all of our lists, to be honest with you. So that's a really good pick. Oof. I got a lot of options here, man. Like, man, I got a lot. That was definitely high. I was probably gonna pick that one. You know what? I'm gonna just go because I think this one would get taken too. I'm gonna go Kobe's 81-point game. I'm gonna go Kobe. I'm gonna go because I know it's gonna be taken. I think just being able to see that greatness, and from what I hear about it, like just from the highlights and stuff, it wasn't like it was actually a bunch of highlights or anything like that. Like he was just basically just getting to it, like scoring from everywhere, 3-point mid range, getting to the basket, free throws. And I think it's kind of weird though, because like I wonder if you were actually at the game, would you have like noticed? I mean, you would have been noticed that he was killing, but like Kobe was always killing. Like I wonder what the point I would have noticed, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like how many points does he have at the halftime or something like that? And then like even when a guy has a big performance, you always figure at some point they're going to double team or it's going to slow it down. So you just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you never actually think he's going to go for that much. So I guess if I'm just at that game and I don't know that's going to happen, I would like the feeling, you know what I'm saying? Of just like, yo, this guy just like put on a performance of the ages. And yeah, I mean, he's not my favorite. I mean, I love Kobe. He's not my favorite player or anything like that. I'm a Wade guy, but I think that's the one I would want to be at for sure. Just to say you was there. And like you said, JP, it ain't black and white footage. So this is like in recent memory, at least.
Right.
So like, you know what I'm saying? We could kind of appreciate it, but we could pull up the YouTube highlights right now. So I'm gonna go to Kobe 81-point game. So
okay.
Yeah, I like that one. All right. No, Jesse's up, right? Yeah, we went backwards. So
all right, now real quick, everybody here played basketball, right? Y'all been on the basketball teams. And I'm gonna be honest, some of the highlights of being on a basketball team ain't the stuff that happened on the court. Your favorite moments of being on the basketball team. No, for real.
I know this going so crazy.
Yeah, we know where this is going, but go ahead.
Listen. I would have loved to be part of a LeBron James team with Delonte West, when he found out he was sleeping with him.
Do you think that's true? No,
Wait.
before we continue,
They
you
said
think that's
this been
true?
Trey, check me out real quick. They said this been happening for months, dog. And LeBron finally found out, and it was during the playoff game, dog, when they lost to the Celtics. I think it was 2010.
Yeah.
And you got to hear, they said, bruh, a few years later, I'm looking at this article right here. It said they said the emails was going out to David Stern. Like the whole NBA was like literally getting emails about this thing, and they were trying to keep it low. But look how low this low blow right here. We got this game. It says we all witnessed LeBron James' epic collapse in the 2010 Eastern Conference semifinals, right? And then it goes a little further because one of the guys talking about what happened. But apparently, Doc Rivers, when they was playing the Heat, he subs in Delonte West, who with a wicked smile on his face walked directly in front of LeBron and whispered something tasteless. LeBron bricks the second free throw, and on the very next possession is called for a defensive violation when he aggressively runs through Paul Pierce. He's clearly angry by what perceived to be an act of a bit of acting on Pierce's part, and he's upset with whatever West whispers to him, and then he gets hit with a technical foul. Anyways, long story short, Doc Rivers gives this man Delonte a high five when he subs him out. Come on now, you can't tell me this ain't real.
Wait, so would you want to be there for that, like that specific game, or are you talking about?
No. I want to be on that team, boy. When
He just want to be in the locker room. He want to be in the locker room.
You trying to be on the? You trying to get an NBA contract? What you talking about?
Boy, I could be the water boy. I don't care. The way he found out, they said the whole team knew, boy, for months. The whole team knew. They said the whole team knew for months, and then finally this man found out. This is the end of the season, and they lose to I think the Celtics too that year. Bruh, imagine,
you know what's so funny though?
Being on this team and just tell me, Trey, tell me.
You don't see LeBron's mom on the sideline no more. Like he keep her separated.
None.
You wanna know why?
She don't even go to the kids' games. He can't even grandma.
Oh my goodness, that is
Hey,
I
for real,
didn't realize all of that. I mean, so for those who don't know the stories, as you can basically figure out, LeBron and Delonte West, former NBA player, had some drama, and it may or may not be involved in LeBron's mom. I'll leave it kind of open-ended for anybody to research that. But Jesse wants to be a part of that drama. That's basically what he's telling me. Jesse wants to be a part of all of that drama and wants to be an innocent bystander in that locker room.
Hey, Jesse, your picks are funny, man. Your picks are funny.
All right, so Jesse
think of my favorite NBA moments, man.
Jesse picked that. By the end of this, we're going to evaluate the list. And based on these lists, we can basically just tell who we are as people. I'm going to just put it that way. All right, we're going to basically be able to tell where our interests lie. But all right, JP, you're up next. I don't even know how you follow that one, but you up next.
All right. My goodness, Jesse. My next pick is actually
I actually forgot about that too. That wasn't even on my list. But yeah, go ahead.
Something at least relevant to the moments type thing. Is because we all seen The Last Dance during the pandemic. So I would actually have liked to see Michael Jordan's last game in Chicago after knowing all the information I know and then still seeing that in the playoffs against Utah.
Okay, I like that pick.
So the game 6 in the finals, that one?
Yeah.
I like that. The game winner. I like that pick a lot. That's a solid pick. I think that's a solid pick. That's, like I said, probably on all of our lists. It's MJ. It's the GOAT Trey. That's the GOAT making that shot.
No. That's not the GOAT, but let's go.
All right, so we got MJ Game 6, 1998. I don't think there's really much you got to say about that one. I mean, we know what that is in that moment. All right, JP, you back to back now. So you got the next pick.
All right, and I'm only throwing this one in because somebody mentioned something about international play. I was like, so this is somebody else's pick. So I'm like, just the 2008 Olympic team after coming back from losing in Greece in 2004, just reclaiming gold medal.
So the gold medal game?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a solid pick right there. You get to watch Kobe, LeBron, Wade, and they're all in their prime.
Yeah, they were all...
what's crazy is like Spain was still good enough to like compete with them.
Yeah.
And you got like
they had the
Gasol brothers.
Who else did they have?
Yeah. And then you still got like a young Ricky Rubio playing. And then like you got Rudy Fernandez, and you're like, these are like role players in the NBA. But when it comes to like playing international games, I'm like, but y'all really them guys now? Like, where did this come from?
Yeah, they're really cooking. Yep. Yeah, they really cooking.
And isn't that the year that Wade went like bald when he went over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they went bald because it was like they couldn't get haircuts and stuff over there or whatever, something like that. So they went bald. And he was the leading scorer for that USA team coming off the bench. That's how loaded that team was. Like, and I know people always talk about them and the Dream Team, but like, I'm sorry, they would have killed that Dream Team. I'm sorry.
Oh, they would have smoked the Dream Team.
They would have killed that Dream Team. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm like, the dudes that they had coming off the bench, they would have beat that Dream Team. But yeah, that's a good pick. I like that pick a lot. The Redeem Team. That would have probably been the only moment for me too, JP, if I would have picked some international. Well, actually, I can think about one more thing, but yeah, that'd have been the main one I would have picked. But all right, we'll swing about to Jesse. I don't know what Jesse got going on now. I don't even know what. I'm kind of nervous. I almost skipped you. I'm kind of nervous. What you actually about to
Listen,
put up now?
man.
Like,
I'm trying to give a basketball moment this hard because there's so many things that's just like they just impacted me so much in terms of me just how I view basketball, locker rooms, friendships. You know what I'm saying? And
I know where this is going.
how you feel like you got your boy and you know he's doing something he ain't supposed to be doing. But you know there's rules to this. You don't record your friend in the middle of something. And he a well-known person. So I'm about to go with my boy D-Lo. D-Lo and Nick Young. D-Lo and D.
Yo, why did he record him though?
I don't know. I still
He
don't know.
young. He was what, 18?
No, but like,
He ain't no better.
I don't care. And you know this man finna get married, and these are superstars. Well, Nick Young ain't a superstar, but his wife was a superstar.
yeah.
He literally ruined a relationship. He literally ruined it. I mean, I know Nick Young did it, but it's the end of the fault. He got caught.
And just to give a little perspective on it, so people that don't know, D'Angelo Russell was with the Lakers. He basically, for lack of a better story, essentially snitched on.
Oh, he snitched.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He
yeah.
did more
He
than
essentially
snitch.
got
Well,
caught
he-
snitching on Nick Young and basically outing him for cheating on his then girlfriend at the time, who's Iggy Azalea, like a big pop star who everybody knows. So that's basically the moment that again Jesse wants to be involved right in the middle of. He wants to be dropped right in the middle of that story. But yes, Jesse wants to be a part of that. So
You
people
gotta think of the implications afterward, because you got. When's the last time y'all seen the entire team not eat lunch with a player, not pass the ball? Like it was crazy to see the impacts. Like whoa!
Hey, you think he got
team
punched?
got traded, bro?
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, they definitely fought him.
He had to.
They just
He
hit him
had
in the
to.
ribs with his jersey covered.
Right? He had
It
to
went
got hit
visible
several times.
Yeah, that's. Ooh, yeah, that's.
And
Man,
then
we
they
let
got
him
rid
get
of the
away
whole
with that.
team.
Like we don't even bring that up anymore. Like he really kind of like he did it 180. He got away with that pretty smooth.
No, he had to get traded. He had to go to a lot. Like he went to Brooklyn. He went to Minnesota. Like he went to the bottom of the barrel teams after that.
Yeah, man.
All right, I like that pick. I like that pick. At this point, Jesse, and nothing gonna happen on the basketball court that's gonna be on Jesse's list. I was just.
Hey, but I like Jesse picks the best. I like his picks the best. Like he's just out there.
All right, so my next pick is kind of gonna be closer to the Jesse thing, and I actually had this on my list. I was gonna save it the last, but at this point, Jesse may take it. What he got going on. So I'm gonna have my one drama moment that I'm just interested, and it's probably. Like
I know you taking I know you taking it, bro. I know you was going to take it.
So I don't know if this is the one, but I'm taking the Gilbert Arenas gun in the locker room. I gotta take that one. That was the only real like drama situation I actually had on my list, and I just want to know, just based off like how we see Gilbert Arenas talk, like in general, and how goofy he seems, and like I could look. I'm not condoning what happened, and for those who don't know, Gilbert Arenas, essentially got a gun pulled on him in the locker room over a card game, a disagreement, and a bunch of other stuff. But the point is, what's really the point here is, I'm not condoning I'm not condoning him getting the gun pulled on him. However, based on what I see Gilbert Arenas and the way he talked, I'm not surprised that somebody would actually get pushed to that point. So I think, so originally, Jesse, I was going to say, maybe I'll be there today, like in the actual locker room that day. But like, I kind of now want to be a part of the moment if we talking about like the argument from the plane based on the car game and then to the locker room. You know what I mean? Like, I guess if I'm gonna do it, I got to be a part of both because if I'm just
see the escalation.
Right.
Hey, you tripping, Nolan?
Well, I'm saying, listen, I know.
No, I don't want to be in that locker room because we know who had the gun. No, he was for real. Like, I don't want to be in that locker room.
He's had some legal troubles. And
Well,
stuff
we can see
afterwards,
though nothing
but-
bad happened though, Trey. Like he just wanted to
we
watch
know
the
now
moment, bro.
that they all survived.
Right, yeah. So we know. So here's the thing I'll say. Also, too, I can't be a part of the moment if it's just like I just got dropped in the locker room, somebody put out a gun. If I don't know what's going on, I'm like, somebody got a gun. What's happening? So I got to be involved in the moment from before. But like I said, if we already know the result of that moment, I'm gonna just be just like Jesse. I'm gonna be in the locker room, but on the other side, not by it, on the other side where it got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not involved in breaking it up either. I'm just there in the moment watching it happen, and I just have to actually see because, like, we're all fans of basketball. We heard about it and stuff like that, and we hear about the stories now. But like, I feel like you don't really actually know unless you was there. Like, there could be some fabricating going on in the stories to protect people and this and that, and like. I just want to see how upset bro really got at the point that he had to pull out a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see how I got there. And like, I just have to know too. I'm like, was this man Gilbert Arenas really laughing in this man's face? Like when he had a gun on him? Like, if he actually did that,
I believe that.
He might be the GOAT. Like, what if this man was really like doing that? Like, I'm like, he might just be different. But he also probably knew the gun wasn't loaded. So maybe he just talking. So like, it's kind of whatever. So yeah. All right. So I got the Gilbert Arenas moment. Sorry, Jesse. I know that
was my last one. That was I was debating on which one, but I was like, I had to see that D-Lo one, but that was my last one, boy.
All right, so I got the Gilbert Arenas one. All right, Trey, you're up next now.
So I'm gonna go outside of like a regular season game or playoff game. I'm gonna take the 2000 dunk contest with Vince Carter. Was it 2000?
That was
2001.
That was on my list. That was gonna be my last pick. Yeah.
I want to take that. Like it was star studded. You had all the stars at the time. Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Garnett, Steve Francis. Like everybody was there, including celebrities outside of basketball. But then you're watching probably one of the greatest dunk contests of all time with a superstar player there. And I mean, it was dunks we had never seen before. And I would say before Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, before they faced each other in the dunk contest, that might have been the greatest dunk contest of all time at that point.
I think it was the greatest individual performance in a dunk contest, but like that back and forth between Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon was crazy. Like
that's the greatest one, boy. Nah, that was the LaVine one, boy. I should make that my moment, but I don't want to just give it away now. But ain't nothing better than that one, bro.
Yeah. That was also on my list too. So, but yeah, no, I feel you, Trey. I think at the time, like you said, if you go into that dunk contest though now, Trey, like you've already seen some of those dunks, and it may not hit the same. But if we dropped you in there with no knowledge of it, I think you know what I'm saying. Like you
I definitely have to have my mind clear because I mean, with YouTube now, we see regular people doing these dunks, so it's not going to get quite the same.
Yeah, and I just think like the reactions, like you said, from everybody, Shaq with the camcorder, I like that. I like that moment a lot. Okay, I like that moment. All right, Trey. So you back to back. You got your last pick. Just to recap yours, you got the Steph Curry game winner in OKC. I believe, but what is that? It's gotta be like 2016. I think that's the year that they had the best regular season record. So
yeah, it might be 2016. Yeah.
Okay, so Steph Curry game winner. You got LeBron 25 straight points versus Detroit in the playoffs, and then you got the 2000 dunk contest with Vince Carter. So that's your three picks. You on your last pick, so this one gotta count. This one gotta be money.
It's not gonna be money, but it's just something that I hold dear to my heart. Like it's one of my most interesting basketball moments, and I just want to be sitting courtside so I can see it. And that's when Ron Artest swings his arms at James Harden's head and just takes it off. Like,
I see where we're going with this.
Like that's just one of the craziest moments I ever saw live. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Like, why would you even do that? And then you remember he got ready and he squared off with Serge Ibaka?
Yeah, I would not want to see that, but yes.
Yeah, I want to instigate that. I want to be like, hey, Serge, you want to swing? I don't know.
So that's why you want to be there? All right, so you got on James Harden. I actually forgot about that moment. Wow. Actually, yeah, that's such a minuscule moment, but like, but you would have to be there for the whole game. I don't even remember the result of that game, which is crazy.
Oh, I don't either. I just remember him getting knocked out.
All right, so
and then just James.
Hey, look at this, boy! I'm trying to tell y'all, boys, y'all got to get some good moments in, man. You got some good stuff right there.
You know that's tough. All right, so I'm on my last pick. It's tough because I got some basketball stuff on here.
Tell me about something we can see on YouTube right now. No, I want to see some stuff, boy. Like JP started off, to be real with you, some stuff can't nobody see no footage of.
All right, there's a couple that I would want to pick basketball stuff, even though we can't see the footage. Ooh, I don't know. All right,
You want to come back? It's okay.
No. My last pick, because I think this one might get taken. So my last pick is going to be a practice moment. All right, that came up, and no, I'm not going to pick that practice moment. So I'm not picking that practice moment.
Bro, I got one. Don't take mine, dog.
I don't think this is the one I'm going to take. I don't think I'm taking yours. But
there you go.
I'm going to pick the Kobe soft like Charmin practice.
Okay.
I want to be at the Kobe practice when he called.
I like that. I do like that. I do like that.
I want to be at the whole practice, and of course, like the story goes, like Kobe wasn't practicing a lot, this and that, because he was like, injury maintenance and old guy maintenance and stuff like that. And like that, this was the Lakers teams that weren't very good. You got Jeremy Lin and Swaggy P, Nick Young and stuff. A lot of cast of characters. And Kobe practiced, and apparently he pushed all them. And there's some footage on it, I guess, to be fair. But like he pushed them boys to the brink and everything like that. And he called all them boys soft. And the only reason I want to be there is I know I've seen a little clip of him saying it. I just got to see the reactions of the players. Like I want to see if Kobe is or was as intimidating as like everybody makes him sound.
Yeah, I like that.
Like I just want to see the reaction. Like if I look over and Jeremy Lin and what was Buddy with the dreads, the big man, like Jordan Hill or whatever, like if those dudes was like looking like deer in the headlights, I'm gonna have to make Kobe the GOAT. Like I'm like those are like that's the thing I have to see. Like that's the thing. It's kind of like there's some NJ moments in The Last Dance that's kind of like that. That's kind of one of those things I want to see. So yeah, I would want to be. I could pick another practice moment, but that's the one I want to be at specifically.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick Kobe,
right.
soft like Charmin. All right, Jesse. So
I like that.
I know that.
All right,
there's a
Jesse,
bunch of
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, wait. I want y'all to know. I had like basketball moments I was thinking of. I was thinking like.
Well, we couldn't tell.
The dream team practice where they was getting beat by the B squad and then they turned it up and
that was on my list too. I was thinking about that.
I thought about Linsanity. I thought about T-Mac 13 and 33 seconds.
Yeah.
I thought about. I don't think y'all know this about me, but I like using sorry teams. When I used to play 2K, I used to use sorry teams and beat people with sorry teams. And one of my favorite players of all time was Lennis Klayza on the Nuggets. And the funny thing is, nobody knew this dude. Nobody knows this dude. I know who
he is, but yeah.
Bro, I remember he was like a 60 overall, and I used to drop 40 points to this boy on people in 2K. And then one day he hit a 40-point game in real life. I went crazy, dog. I went crazy because they know this man. But with that being said, I'm from Rochester, New York, upstate New York. So growing up, the Knicks, they was my team just because like I'm from New York, they from New York, dog. And my favorite player, dog. I'm talking like my favorite player. It was back in those days. I had the shoes. They keep spinning. They keep spinning. I had those Springwells on me, boy. And I'm gonna just read this story to y'all. I'm gonna read the story. I think the story is the best part.
You really don't be this moment.
Check me out. We all know we don't play basketball. You know you want to fight your coach. Your coach says, "Shut up." Check me out with this story, dog. Check me out. They said that. Then came his unexpected attack on Carlissimo on December 1st. After the coach yelled at Spiro to make crisper passes, Spiro responded by telling Carlissimo he wasn't in the mood for criticism and warned the coach to keep his distance. When Carlissimo approached Spiro, he threatened to kill him before dragging him to the ground by his throat. Spiro kept his hands on his throat for 10 to 15 seconds before players took him away. Then Spiro returned to the court 20 minutes later and punched him, landing a glancing blow before again being dragged away. Imagine watching your teammate choke the coach and then come back. You know they leave, you think it's over. He came back 20 minutes later, still mad. You gotta be mad. It took about 20 minutes to pass and you punch this man, dog.
Man. When you pick that, like one of the picks I was thinking of, it's not punching the coach, but I was thinking of the Jimmy Butler like Minnesota situation, being at that practice. I almost picked that one over the Kobe one too, because like I just want to see a dude like talking crazy to the media and the GMs and everything like that, and then immediately doing an interview. I think it's the funniest thing ever. But yeah, no, I like that moment. That's an underrated moment too that doesn't get talked about in history, because I think a lot of people forget about Latrell Sprewell, how good he was.
Boy, he was real. He was real.
Yeah, we talk about him for like a lot of that type of stuff. But yeah, no, that's a huge moment. I like that pick. So yeah, you got a whole bunch of drama on this list, Jesse, for sure. You got a whole bunch of drama on this list. All right, JP, you got your final pick. You don't heard everything that we got going on, so
I know, because I didn't understand the assignment, because I'm over here thinking like basketball on the court moments where I'm like jaw dropping stuff. Or, anyways, my last pick is gonna be MJ's last All-Star game.
Ooh,
And
okay.
I feel like that was the last one where it was like actually competitive, like where the East versus West, where they actually trying to like win a basketball game. And now that they got other stories around where what was it? Isaiah Thomas was the coach, and he was like, "Hey, tell Kobe to miss it." And Kobe looking at him like, "Man, fuck you, bro. Like he ain't my man. He ain't doing that."
I like that. I like that pick a lot.
Didn't Vince Carter have the starting spot and let it?
Yeah,
Jordan
he said he is not starting with Jordan coming off the bench nowhere.
Right. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good pick.
I do too.
So just to recap, so JP's list, he had 100-point, Wilt's 100-point game, MJ game 6 of the 98 finals, 2008 Redeem Team gold medal game, and then you got MJ's last All-Star game. A solid list.
Solid. I like it.
Jesse's got the Malice at the Palace. He's got LeBron and Delonte West drama. He's got D'Angelo Russell snitching, and he's got Latrell Sprewell punching his coach in the face. So he basically anything drama that's happened, Jesse basically got. That's what he wants to be a part of. I got the Game 7 2016 Cavs Warriors, Kobe 81-point game, Gilbert Arenas gun in the locker room, and then Kobe soft like Charmin practice. And then Trey, you got Steph Curry's game winner with OKC, LeBron's 25 straight points versus Detroit, 2000 dunk contest, Vince Carter, and then you got the Ron Artest swinging his elbow at James Harden, which again I forgot that even happened. So that's
boy, he knocked that man out cold. I'll never forget that one, boy. I watched that replay like 15 times.
So just some honorable mentions I wanted to run by you. I heard us say a couple just to people to think about, and you guys fill in if anything. So the T-Mac 13 points, 33 seconds. Jesse, I heard you mention that. That was a big one. I thought about that one on the list too. We talked about the Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon dunk contest. Probably the greatest one ever. Yeah. Maybe not. Trey, one I thought you were going to go with that you didn't. I thought about the LeBron Celtics 2012 with the death stare.
Oh, yeah.
That was a 45-point game, bro.
Yeah,
like, that was on my list.
I thought somebody was going to take that one, and I was like kind of holding it. Nobody ended up taking it. Kobe's last game.
That was also on my list.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one. I thought about it.
Yeah, Kobe's last game is big. I thought about, I don't know if y'all remember that Team USA video when they was in Wendy's and at the gas station. I thought about that.
Yes.
I thought about that.
Yes. The white hat wiping his mouth because he got like man on his lip.
Right. I thought about that one too because I just think it would be funny to just be like kicking it, like with these dudes, just to kind of like see what they be on, and like it kind of y'all remember it kind of felt like AAU vibes, like that video. You know what I'm saying? Like just eating with the squad or whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
I saw that was on my list. I thought of obviously the Draymond and Poole punch, but we've been talking about that. That's the obvious one that we want to be there for. And then I thought basketball wise, the Dame Lillard walk off versus the Thunder. With the Wave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes.
I thought that'd be tough just on a basketball moment. And then underrated one, kind of like you, Trey, where you said you remember where you were when you saw when you saw the Ron Artest swing. I remember where I was when I watched the Ray Allen Game 6.
Yeah.
I remember where I was for that one. So I thought that was a big moment. And then I also remember where I was for the Baron Davis dunk. Remember the We Believe Warriors against the Jazz when he dunked on Karolinka? I don't know if y'all remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
But that out for some reason, that moment, like, you know, you just think of random basketball stuff. Like that moment just sticks with me, like in my mind when I think about those. So
okay, I got three that I add. Go, Trey.
No, just one. Okay, yeah, I'll let you go real quick. Just one. I want to be there for the Shannon Sharp versus Dylan Brooks.
I had that one on my list too. That's what I was going to.
I just want to be there. I just want to see what was said. Like, what's up, man?
Yeah, I thought that was. I was gonna put that one on there, but only reason I didn't was because I was like, we only got 4 picks, and it's like that one didn't really end up being nothing. It just ended up being a whole bunch of nothing. So like, I felt like social media made it bigger, as opposed to like when Jesse had the mouth of the power. Like, dudes was really scrapping. Like, dudes was like really actually scrapping out there. Jesse, you had any honorable, anything that you was on the list?
I had three honorables. One of them is the most. Can y'all don't hear that screaming for real?
No.
That's crazy. Okay. First off, y'all don't hear that. Y'all really don't hear that?
No, we really don't. No, we really don't.
Hey, we would
like to hear your moments though.
Okay, my fault. So I got low key Wilt Chamberlain, but before the NBA, when he was like, I heard he was like 16, playing in these like leagues with the NBA players and was dominating them. So to watch that, I think that would have been crazy. Honestly,
that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Second, just in general, the watching Shaq in the Lakers, man, seeing him dominate. My specific one is when he dunked on somebody and pushed him. I forgot who it was.
Oh,
But
I know
that big man from New York.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
for the Knicks. I can't remember his name. When
And he threw the ball right back at Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq just pushed him and ran off like, nah, man, you're beneath me, move.
That
I like
one,
that
and then when Derrick Rose banged on Steve Nash, dog.
No, it was more
Like,
Dragic.
It was Dragic.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dragic.
Dragic? Okay.
Yeah, Dragic.
Bro,
Yeah, Dragic.
D Rose caught some bodies, bro.
I was gonna say you could pick a
For
bunch
real.
of D Rose bodies for real, but like, yeah, no. Honestly, when you was thinking of the Shaq thing, I thought of like literally any Sean Kemp dunk ever. That would be cool to be part of too. Like,
Yeah.
or
The one where he did that double point.
when he did a point at the break, yeah, when he pointed at Brett, I thought that was a cool one too. No, that's a lot. There's so many moments, and we only narrowed it down to 4. That's crazy. JP, you had anything that you wanted to list that you didn't? Like any honorable mentions?
Yeah, and I got one moment like how y'all got about like when I was like 10 years old, and this is like when the NBA was most impressionable on me, and it was the 2001 finals where AI went up against the Lakers, and he had went for like 40, bruh.
And stepped it over him. And he stepped
Right,
over Tyronn Lue.
Yeah,
That's
that was one.
that's disrespectful. That was a disrespectful one too.
That's a classic moment too, like for real.
Yeah, they should have made that the logo of the league.
Yeah,
For real.
we talking about it.
In
We
the
talking
logo.
about it.
I like that one.
The LeBron's first championship in Miami, where Ray Allen hit that 3,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then I was gonna go with another classic one where Magic and Bird's first finals matchup.
Yeah, we
That
didn't
was dope.
even mention that, and I thought about
Yeah,
some
we
of
ain't
those.
hit no classics.
So I thought about some of that, but then I was like, based on the footage I've seen, I'm like, do I really want to be there for all that? I mean,
Right?
like, I'm not respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I know it was like great moments, but I'm like, I don't know if over the stuff that y'all mentioned, I don't know if I want to be there for like.
You've been watching a prep school play.
Like, I don't know if I really want to watch Kevin McHale do up and unders. Like, I don't know if that's
Right.
like, I don't know if that's gonna be that exciting for me. But and then I was thinking about stuff in the '90s, and I was like, man, it's just basically just like Jordan dominated for the most part. Like, it's nothing.
That
I
is
know I
literally-
don't want to watch no 90s when they moving all slow and just passing into the high post.
Yeah,
It's me.
man.
That's crazy.
But for real though, Wilt Chamberlain got to be like the most like underrated, overrated
Interesting
person
man.
in a sense. Because
Is he overrated though? Like we just don't know. It's like a
he used
question
to.
mark.
Well, he used to be overrated, I would say, but now he's like he not because people don't think about it no more. But
He's
like,
forgotten.
That's a great
Yeah.
point. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with those guys, like when you start doing the list, like the historic all-time list, you don't really know where to list guys like him. Bill Russell, you can just always default to the rings, like I guess. But like, if you told me if you was ranking Bill Russell, like if you put him in the top 5, I can't really argue, right? But then if you
Right.
like he not in the top 10, I'm like, okay, well I can't really argue that either, because like you know what I'm saying. If you just look at the skill set and how he played and. You know, I know he was it's also a lot of team accomplishments too. So I don't know. It's just like one of those things that's hard. I think Wilt's one of those guys too. And I think his reputation precedes himself. A lot of stuff off the court too. And obviously we don't really got to get into. But so,
that wasn't appropriate for this.
but anyway, that's a wrap, man. We'll wrap this draft up, man. I appreciate all you guys for coming up with that content. I think it's great. Obviously, yeah, we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on all that good stuff. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about it. We got a lot of moments. We'll drop these as clips, and as always, I'll swing it to Trey.
Again, thank you so much for joining us today, Jesse, JP. We really do appreciate you guys coming on in your busy schedules. The fans love it. So again, we would love to have you guys on in the future. But until next week, peace.